Hello and welcome to my stream today. It's day 8 I believe, of me hunting for a shiny 3-segment Dudunsparce. My name's Jason, also known as Dragon11, and I'm just quickly setting up this sandwich for hunting for this. So I've already set up a outbreak for it to help boost my chances, as that seems to be working well, although it did take a bit of time to get that set up this time. So I think I went through about 8 different, or 7, I think this was the 7th outbreak I managed to find by resetting the outbreaks in order to find one in a good spot. And every one was in quite a bad space, but this one doesn't seem too bad. Some of the problems I had was like on the edge of water where it would block off some of the spawns, or there was one that was just completely on a really steep hill, and it would have been a nightmare to actually get sandwiches done. And there was other Pokemon spawning nearby as well, so it wasn't properly isolating and stuff. And got a couple that were just split levels, so just spread across 2 different levels. And one that turned up in a tiny cave where I got like 2 spawns at a time, which was not going to work. So I eventually managed to get this spot to show up, which is in a little bit of a valley, so it seems to be containing the outbreak quite well. So there's still a couple of dealings spawning here and there. But hopefully just by running around I should be able to get quite a few spawn, and it spawned right in the middle. I don't think that's actually from the outbreak. I think that was just a random spawn outside. But I've got this big cliff up above me here, so I can use that as a backstop, but it's a little bit close to the edge of... Yeah, there's another fiddle spawning there, because not a normal type, but decided to show up anyhow. Because I think in that spot, I think it's from that cliff, and I don't think normal types can spawn up there. So I got Riolu and Flittle spawning up there. So they're going to be a bit annoying, but as long as it's just the Dudunsparce I'm resetting, it shouldn't interfere with the shiny odds too much. And that's a Swablu. So Swablu's another one that will probably be spawning nearby. But hopefully I should still get a decent amount of shinies from this. So they're spawning and despawning quite nicely. Just got distracted by Discord briefly there. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to be going for today. Hopefully get it. Oh, good, there's a Staravia. That's going to be a little bit annoying. Oh good, normal type flying types. Okay, so might need to just move out of range of those just to get them to despawn. Yeah, that's enough. And the dealing again. So, one problem one direction, one problem in the other. But this is the best I got, so it'll just have to do. But yeah, so this is what I'll be doing. So hopefully get a good number of shinies from this, but so I can't exactly guarantee it. But it does seem to be working with the resetting by running past, so I did have a quick go at a picnic reset. Oh, there's a shiny already. There we go. Nice and quick. How long was that? A few minutes. Don't run away from me. So a fairly low level one, so nice and easy to full swipe down. That's definitely a good start. ball. There we go. That should catch it without too much trouble. So I hadn't even been live for 5 minutes. So, good start. Let's try and keep up that pace. That'd be amazing. So as usual, I'll do all the evolutions after each sandwich. Pressing all the wrong buttons there. On the off chance for shiny dealing. No. You on your own. Oh, and I accidentally hit that. But yeah, so I've been doing a bit of shiny hunting off stream on the other games. So I finally got round to sorting through my Let's Go transfers and everything. So I've got the last of those transferred over. So I had a few that I wanted to transfer from Pokemon Go that I'll probably replace at some point, but at this point it was just easier to do it from Pokemon Go because I'd have had to Masuda method for a couple of them. So it was Alolan forms that I'd have to go back to Sun and Moon to breed for, or unless I can breed them in Scarlet and Violet, not Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. I'm not too sure about if I could breed them in Sword and Shield, but there's a few. Either way, there's a few Alolan forms. Kabuto, I think I needed to just odd one. I just hadn't got the second copy of. And I wanted a Melmetal, and by transferring them through Let's Go, I was able to get them over without the big Go sticker stamp thing on them that they have in Pokemon Home when you've transferred them directly, which I find rather annoying. So try and get rid of them where possible. So any that do have them I'll try and replace at some point, and these transferred ones I may replace at some point, but as it is they look fine without the stamp, so Melmetal you can't actually get any other way shiny, so at this stage. So that's the only option for that, but the others I could replace at some point, but so I'm not exactly in a hurry to do that just yet. If there was an easy way to replace them, then I will, but not currently. So I may get them reappearing in ZA, but can't tell for sure until the game actually comes out, which is going to be for a while now. So, but yeah, so got that done. Also, I've been doing a bit more breeding on Scarlet and Violet, so I'm trying to get the starters again. So again, that's I've got Sprigatito and Fuecoco. So I'd bred one of each already for my team ones, but in order to get additional copies for the lower evolutions, I've already got them from the Pokemon Go Community Day events, but again they had the big Go stamp on them in Pokemon Home, so I want to get rid of that. So I've been making a start on breeding for additional ones of them, and I, in the past week, managed to get one Sprigatito and two Fuecoco. So halfway down with those, because I just need one more Sprigatito and two Quaxley, and then I'll be done with those. So once they're done, then it'll just be these two awkward forms, the rare forms, left to get on Scarlet and Violet, which, as you can see, I'm working on. So Maushold will be the tougher one of the two, so I'm a little concerned with that these Staravia are going to have a shiny that I'm not going to spot, because it is a fairly subtle shiny. But I don't really need them anyhow, so if I miss one, not too fast. It'd just be a bit annoying if the shiny does turn up on one of those. As I almost missed that shiny, jeez. Come back here. Don't run away. Stupid thing. Well, that's 2 in about 10 minutes, so this is going really well so far. This is definitely a good spot. I'm glad I kept refreshing the outbreaks. So if this pace keeps up, I've got a fairly good chance of getting the 3 segment today. I think I'm currently about I think I've done about 50 so far, both on stream and off stream combined. So roughly halfway there. So if I'm getting like one every 5 minutes, I'll get like 12 an hour, and that will be kind of crazy. And why does Cerulege have to be paralysed now? That's fine. He'll probably shake off the paralysis at some point. Yeah, so if this pace keeps up, which I doubt it will, to be honest, I'll probably be quite a way to the 100 chance, and as I'll most likely get it before it hits 100. That seems to be pretty good for my odds. So we'll see how this goes. But anyway, yeah, so breeding is just the 3 left. These 1 Sprigatito to replace the Pokemon Go one, and 2 Quaxley. I assume there will be a Quaxley Community Day in Pokemon Go probably next month. Month after. Probably month after. But so we're getting towards the... Yeah, it was for Coco this month. I usually alternate them. But yeah, so that'll probably be coming in a couple of months' time. But I'd rather get one sorted now while I can. So just doing the Suda method breeding. And then say the Maushold after this. Which I'm not entirely sure if I will stream or not yet, because it will be a lot slower and more time consuming and harder to spot as well, so I may do 1 or 2 streams for it just to try my luck. So if so we should be getting some Switch 2 news, probably a release date before long, so I'll probably be updating my long-term plans when we get that. But until then, I may just throw in a 1 or 2 Mausholds if I get the Dudunsparce quick enough. But that is going to be quite a tricky one, so have to wait and see how that goes. So I'll probably start experimenting with it to start with, so I might just do the experiments on stream just to... And there's another shiny. This is incredible. This is 3 shinies in 15 minutes. I think I've just found the god spot for shiny hunting for Dudunsparce. This is crazy. I got 5 in total during my last stream, and have already got 3. I might match my last stream in the first sandwich. I mean, the best I've caught in a single stream is 10 shinies, and 3 of those weren't Dunsparce. So, well, actually, I think I did get 10 in another stream where I was going for other things. Oops. What was I going for? This is absolutely nuts. Anyway, yeah, so... Where's the other games? Legends Arceus. I haven't said about that yet. I've been doing some more shiny hunting on Legends Arceus, so the sort of regular shinies I've already done with, but I did do a bit of evolution on there just to tidy up my Pokemon storage, so that they're actually the correct forms, not just base forms for the entire lines. So, done a few friendship evolutions on that, which is a bit time consuming because friendship in Legends Arceus doesn't go as easily as normal. So you have to. Main thing is just to keep throwing them at trees and rocks, which sounds really odd. Keep throwing your Pokemon at trees and rocks and they'll become friends with you. It sounds cruel. So, but yeah, so I've done some evolutions and mostly just hunting for the unknown again. And I actually made some decent progress on the unknown. I think I got 3 new ones. It was like B, G, and something else. D? I don't know. Where is it? F. BFG. Big Friendly Giant. I got Big Friendly Giant of Unknowns. But I think I got about 8 shiny unknown in total. So the rest of them were all duplicates. So, which is a little bit annoying. And oddly, I'm actually up to 4 shiny unknown J's in total now, which I'm kind of wondering if it adjusts the probability based on your username or the name you select, because I'm pretty sure I've got every letter I need. Actually, no, I don't have N. I think N I'm still missing. I got another M yesterday, but I think N I'm missing. So I think I've got J, A, S, and O already. So just need the N to finish spelling my name. But I was wondering if it was adjusting the probability, because most of the letters in my name is sort of clustered around the middle of the alphabet, and most of the shinies I've got are from the middle of the alphabet. So it's the start and the end of the alphabet that I'm still missing. But I was a bit concerned that the game adjusted the probability based on your username, which would be a bit annoying. But I'm slowly picking up the rest, so it's just, I think it's just going to be a waiting game. But so I think I've got. Look, that my control just went on its own. But yeah, I got 4 J's in total and 3 H's, so around the same point in the alphabet. So I got a second M. I think I got another I as well the other day. So a lot of them are around the same point in the alphabet. Just really quite odd. But I don't know if they are naturally proportioned to spawn the middle of the alphabet more commonly, with the start and end being rarer, or if it's just a fluke that I've happened to hit this probability. But I'm getting there slowly. So I think I've got 15 unique ones on there now, and 8 duplicates in total. Plus I think I've got 3, I think it was, that from before I started shiny hunting on Legends Arceus, so I don't technically need to replace them, which I haven't had duplicates for yet, fortunately. Although I'm not too fast if I do, because that way I could say that I caught them all on Legends Arceus. But so I think it's 18 out of 28 I've now got, so I've only got 10 left to find, which is going well, so it's just slow. So slow and time consuming, so not exactly the most interesting streams. So it takes quite a while for each shiny to come through. Same with the Maushold method, so I haven't been streaming that. But so slowly getting there. So that's just going to be my ongoing hunt for the time being. So I tend to do it when I'm at my local game shop, while waiting for Magic the Gathering events. I tend to be the first one there, so So I go in quite early because I need to get to the post office, which is in town. Because my local one is now closed because of the stupid Royal Mail decisions that bollocksed everything up. Yeah, so I head in early to send off some magic cards I've been selling. And a few Pokemon cards, but most of the values from the magic cards. Because the Pokemon cards I keep for my own collection. Magic cards I just use to play with, and any that I don't need I sell off. And that's basically been funding my magic playing while I've been unemployed, so it's actually been funding that and then some, so it's got me covered for a decent amount of time, so I can still keep having a bit of fun each week playing Magic, even if I'm not working to fund it. I still got a bit of a tickly throat from the cold I had the other week, so apologies for my throat from time to time. But yeah, so shiny hunt's going well. So slowly cracking through with this. How many have I got remaining now? 102, I think I'm now at. So almost down to the last 100. If I get lucky today, I might be down to 101. So we'll just have to wait and see. So I might do a bit more breeding tonight while I'm waiting for the stream to upload to YouTube, the VOD. So I might get another shiny then. Yeah, with the shiny Masuda method, I find I typically get one shiny every like 2 batches of eggs. And the batches are about 80 or so. 70 to 80 I think it is per batch I do. Which is just crack a sandwich and leave it running for half an hour, just pressing the A button a few times every minute or so, just to keep picking up the eggs. I think the shiny rate's now slowing down a bit. So while I'm sorting stuff on my laptop, I can quite easily just one-handed just quickly press the button a few times every minute or so, half an hour, I'm doing other stuff. And it's just, while I'm waiting for it to upload, I can just start doing circles to hatch them afterwards, so fairly easy thing to do. So it's just a bit time consuming because it takes quite a while to hatch that many eggs. But yeah, typically one shiny every couple of batches. But I don't save if I don't get a shiny, so I don't keep track of the exact number. And only sort of loosely aware of how many eggs I pick up each time from just remembering how much box space they take up. So but yeah, so that's... So I might actually get down to 100 by the end of the day, which would be good. So with the breeding, I've been doing all 3 starters at once, because you can with the picnic breeding. You can, if you just use a Japanese Ditto, you can Masuda method for up to 5 different Pokemon at the same time, and then you get a random assortment of eggs. So it's quite fun seeing what one you're going to get next. So now that I've got 2 for Coco, well, technically 3 in total. So I've already got a Skeledirge in my party. But now that I'm done with them, I don't need to breed anymore, so I can remove them from the list. So I'll probably do 3 for Coco and... No, not 3 for Coco. 3 Quaxley and 2 Sprigatito in my next batch to try and get one of those 2. I don't know if using more Pokemon boosts your odds or not, but no harm in doing it. So it's just a bit of fun to add the variety to it. So once I get another Sprigatito, I'll just switch over to only hunting for Quaxley. There's always the chance you get 2 shinies in one batch, and if you only need one, then if you're hunting, if you're breeding 2 at once, then you've got a 50-50 odds of what one it's going to be. So makes it a little bit safer and more efficient, I think, to shiny hunt that way, which is why I do it mainly. So fun and efficient. But yeah. What else was there? So I had 2 days of Pokemon Go events over the weekend. So the Totodile Community Day Classic on Saturday, which I didn't go too far afield, I just done my sort of local loop, just took it slower than normal to ride out the 3 hours. I usually do it in about an hour and a half normally, but went slow and sort of doubled back on myself a couple of times because I was dropping on a few gyms in between raids. Just checking the flowers. Yeah, I think I got like 20 or so shiny Totodile, which is more than enough. So I'll be re-rolling them during the week to try and get better shinies. But I'd already got one from when it was about to start with that was pretty good, so not too fussed about that. I was wondering if the choice of Totodile was tied into the appearance of Totodile as one of the starters in Legends EA, but I think Totodile was actually due, or sort of long overdue, so I think they've done Chikorita and Cyndaquil like a year ago, and then never got round to doing Totodile as well. Now they've finally done Totodile, so that's Niantic's organisation for you. I think they just forgot about it and then realised, oh, we haven't done this. We should probably do that. But yeah. Yeah, and then Sunday we had the raid day for Mega Absol, which I'm pretty sure we've had a raid day for Mega Absol before, and Mega Absol is honestly kind of crap. I could quite easily solo it with just a single account, so I didn't have to. I have a couple of accounts, but yeah, that was nice and easy. So I got a couple of shinies from that, because why not? It had boosted shiny chance as well, so just using all the free passes, nice and easy. Also managed to get done the last of the Go Tour tie-in event tasks, which there's been a bit of chaos with that this past week, because one of the tasks, the stage that I was on, required you to catch, I think, Reshiram and Kyurem, or one of the 2 black and white legendaries, and Kyurem, and then fuse Kyurem, which a lot of people didn't do during the event because they were focusing on Kyurem. They didn't do the other raids, and waiting for those legendaries to come back into raids would probably take a while, so Niantic decided to change the task. But they changed it to such a tedious long task that people were just complaining about it, including people like myself who'd already completed most of it. I literally just needed to fuse Kyurem, and then all of a sudden I had to catch like 50 fire types, 50 electric types, and use like 50 Nanab berries, which is just absurd considering I'd already done 2 of those tasks. should really have just been the Nana berries, which fine, but I would have fused Kyurem eventually anyhow. But it was just annoying that they would change it to such tedious tasks. But like a day or two later, they then changed it again to basically automatically complete all the tasks. So at that stage, that was nice and easy. So I didn't even have to fuse Kyurem in the end. But the final stage of that set of tasks was to do 5 raids to get one of each of the Pikachu that are about, which I got shiny already. I got all 4 forms shiny, so that was nice and handy during the event. So I didn't really need these, but I picked them up anyhow. But during this raid day for Absol, it automatically gave me the completion of that task, so that was nice and easy. This raid day also gave some Cub Fu candy, because they've got current event has Cub Fu in it. I thought that was a shiny, then it was on top of the dealing. Just the pink on the blue. No. Yeah, so got that cleared out, so that's tidied up my task list. So I'll probably re-roll some Kyurems at some point, trying to get better ones to fuse, at least glaciate ones, so that they have the special ability. I'm pretty sure you have to fuse ones with glaciate to get the special ability. But yeah, I can take my time with that now without it taking up space in my research tasks. And I'm wondering if my sandwich has ended. Yes, it has. Right, okay. Just check no more shinies are spawning right this minute. No, right, okay. Now to evolve these 3. See if I get lucky. Now, am I going to guess the 3 large candies is going to do it again? Overshot a bit. Don't need Drill Run. Don't need Yawn. Do need Hyper Drill. Glare or Screech? Where's Screech? If I get a shiny 3 segment from this first sandwich, this is going to be insane. And also a little bit problematic, because I'll then need to go after Maushold. But that is only a 2 segment, so that is fine. Let's try 2 this time, see if 2 is enough. No, it is not, so I do need the 3. Yeah, 3 it is. I could use mediums to get up the little extra little bit, but I'm not going to be bothered. Let's see what we get. Nah. Oh. Last one. So I already got pretty good luck just getting 3 from a single sandwich. Will it be a 3 segment? The sunset at the same time. Ah. Nope. Yeah, my shiny Meowscarada and Skeledirge will just shunted over for that. Oh, I can't do it while riding. Always forget. Picnic. Crack neck sandwich on. I did have a stock up on some of the ingredients. I think I was running a bit low on my breeding ingredients, so getting a bit low on sour herb mystica. That's fine, I've got plenty of others that I can use instead. It's salty that's the main issue. There we go. So it's a fried fillet, but I'm assuming fish, but could be a chicken fillet. So the shape of it makes me think possibly fish, 'cause I think, oh, it could be chicken. I don't know. it's a fairly obscure one. Probably have to check the Japanese. Japanese might have it as a more descriptive name, but it seems more long, like a fish fillet rather than a chicken fillet. And that's the sandwich. So back on with the hunt. Just set a timer up again, so I don't forget when it finishes. So shiny rate didn't continue as high as it was, which I think it would have been a bit of a stretch if it had done. But 3 in a single sandwich is already pretty good, so definitely a good start so far. So I'd ideally like to see at least 5 from the stream. So 5 from this method I think should be the minimum that I can expect. I should really not be paying too much attention to the Pokemon outside, because that'll only slow me down. Yeah. So the slower hunts I've done, I've only got like 2 or 3 from a single stream, which not the best, not the most productive ones. But this outbreak method I know can get up to 10, so at least 5 would be good. So 3 already. Pretty good start. And I need to move away from these dealing. Have a few spawn in. They do appear this way as well. So annoyingly it is the pink dealing that spawn around here, which does make it a bit hard to spot the pink flower, and every time I see them I'm sort of dubious because of the pink. But it should be fine. Anyway. So yeah, we've had the funny stuff going on with the Pokemon Go this weekend. Got the, was it Fuzzy Buddy event this Saturday coming up, so I'll be doing that again. So it's a research day, which with those sorts of events I usually need to go into town and just get enough Pokestops, because there typically aren't that many Pokestops, or aren't enough Pokestops in my immediate area to get them. Hello, shiny dealing. No, you're not shiny dealing. Your head was down. I thought it was shiny. I must have been seeing its ears. Jesus. See, that's why those pink ones are a pain in the butt. I couldn't see yellow on its head because its head was in the grass. I really should stop looking at them completely and just ignore them. But what are you going to do? It's a habit. It's a habit. Anyway. What else is there? We've had the announcement of the Tyranitar Terra Raid event in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That's coming up next weekend, I think it was. Can't actually remember, I didn't really pay attention to the date. But that's coming up. And what I'm curious about that is why they picked Tyranitar. Could it be... See, you can see that they just see the... yeah. Anyway. Could they have picked Tyranitar because it has a Mega? Because they're going into Megas a lot at the moment because of ZA bringing Megas back to the games. Albeit with their slightly tweaked mechanics by the looks of it. But oddly, it's not a Dark type Terra, it's a Ghost type, which seems odd. Unless we might be getting a new Mega for Tyranitar. So it could be a hint that they're sort of sneaking through. So the Pokemon Company haven't been known to hide spoilers or hints towards future Pokemon in other events and stuff. So I believe they've done it in Pokemon Masters for Scarlet and Violet. They were sort of giving little hints towards some of the typings of the box art dragons, the Miraidon and Crydon. They done events that were like Dragon and Electric and Dragon and Fighting. And that was before we knew what Miraidon and Crydon were. I think it was something like that. I might be wrong. But I think they also hinted at the possibility of a third typing, which ended up being the Terra typing. The terrestrialization type. But so they did give hints through events in Pokemon Masters. So I'm wondering, are they going to start giving us hints towards Legend ZA in other events? And could this be one? Hey, shiny. Number 4. So could we end up seeing a new Mega Tyranitar that is a Ghost type? It's possible. Or could we see another Mega? So it might not be Tyranitar, it might be another Rock type Mega that gets the Ghost typing when it Mega Evolves. It could be a Pokemon that's already Rock type, that then becomes Ghost type. Which, so could be a hint to that. There have been a few alleged leaks coming out for some of the new Megs and stuff, but I'm a little bit dubious to them. I don't know if they can really be trusted or not. But it would be fun if they did end up just giving us teasers to some of the typings for new Megas. So I think they've revealed the existing Megas that are appearing, but not new Megas. So if they are giving hints to new Megas, that'd be a fun way to do it. But yeah. What else is I gonna? I think what else has gone on this past week in the world of Pokemon. Well, outside of Pokemon, just Nintendo in general, there's sort of rumours of a Mario Odyssey 2 coming to the Switch 2. Which would be fun. Would be a good launch title for it. With... I can't actually remember if Odyssey was a launch title for the Switch. I don't think it was. I think it came out afterwards. But definitely one of the more popular games for the Switch, so putting that onto the Switch 2 as a launch title would definitely shift some units. So just have to wait and see about that. So only I think it's 2 weeks now. Oops. I think it's actually a Wednesday, so I might see about watching that on stream if it's happening while I'm streaming. I can't actually remember what time it's supposed to be. So, but usually they're around the time that I'm streaming anyhow. At least UK time. So, but, sometimes they are later, so I'll have to double check into that. We got the announcement of the Pokemon Lego collaboration, which I think is very much overdue, considering how much the Pokemon Company and Nintendo are about copyright issues. For them to have collaborated with Mega Bloks over a Pokemon sets. I can't remember now. Don't know how many they've done in the end. I think they've done quite a few over the years. But to be honest, they were kind of crap. They didn't look very much like the Pokemon they were supposed to be. But yeah, it was a bit of yeah, so good news that they're finally switching over to Lego rather than Mega Bloks. So I'm not surprised. So they've had I think Mario and Zelda are already on there with the Lego. I haven't really been keeping track of all the games, but more and more Nintendo related Lego sets have been coming out, so it's not surprising they finally brought Pokemon over to it as well. So maybe they had to wait for the current contract with Mega Bloks to expire before they could transfer over, but yeah, it could be pretty good. So Lego are pretty good at making good-looking models for these sets, so fingers crossed the Pokemon ones will be pretty good as well. So all we've really seen so far is the tail of Pikachu. And I did have a Pikachu Mega Bloks set that I got bought for birthday or Christmas one year, and that was kind of crap. I think the tail was just like stuck on, or just a bit of plastic you just wedged in between the blocks or something stupid like that. I remember it wasn't very good and it looked crap, but the fact they've actually built the tail out of Lego I think is already an improvement for the Lego Pokemon set over the Mega Bloks Pokemon set. So fingers crossed for that. Yeah, so moving away from the legal issues. So speaking of legal issues, probably a bit of a sort of tangent on that in that sense, but I saw earlier that Power World's creators said that they never expected any sort of copyright issue when they created the game. It's just a case of, have you seen the game? Oh, that was a spam message. If that's not a spam message, then I apologise. The bot caught it for that, but he obviously didn't word something very well for it to be picked up as spam. I need to get out of range of these dealing, because they're slowly drifting into the way. That's far enough. But yeah, the fact that the Power World creators never thought of copyright being an issue. It's just... Are you kidding me? How much they... influence, let's say, they took from Pokemon designs, and they didn't think there would be any issue with copyright. I think that's just naive, if that's genuine. Hi there. So hopefully we will manifest it today. So I already caught 4 shinies this stream, got 1 to evolve that I haven't checked yet. Hopefully get some luck. So it is a bit of a slow hunt, so yeah, thanks. So it is a bit of a slow hunt, so getting a little bit annoyed with these dealings running around in the middle of it. But so it may take a while, so it's my 8th day trying for it. Up to about 50 tried now, so getting to a good point with the shiny odds. Well, with the 3 segment odds rather than shiny odds, because I'm getting plenty of shinies. Just not getting the 3 segments. Yeah. So it's a 1 in 100 chance, apparently, so hopefully I get it before I reach 100 shinies. So that's what it should be, but you never know, I may get unlucky. So fortunately these do despawn quite nicely when you run up to them, so it's quite quick to just run round. And I've boosted my odds with an outbreak as well as a sandwich, so pretty good shiny odds. So I got my first 3 from the stream, came in 15 minutes, so yeah, it can happen when hunting. So I've definitely gone over odds on some shiny hunts. But yeah, hopefully this one doesn't. But we'll just have to wait and see. So just keep roaming around in a circle. Yeah, what else was I gonna talk about? Ooh, that's nasty. Can't actually remember if I soft reset for Arceus. When I got it. I know I have got it. I think I've got a few Arceus, but I can't remember where I got it. So I think if I already had it, I probably wouldn't have bothered shiny hunting for it, but I may have got it from an event at some point. But I cannot remember. But I know I've been shiny hunting for... I don't actually know how many resets I've done, but I've been doing the Ash Hat Pikachu in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, because that's got a glitch where it can be shiny. I've been going for that for... yeah. I've been going out sort of on and off for about a year now and still not got the shiny, so I'm probably over odds on that one, just at a guess, but can't be sure because I don't keep track. But hoping it comes soon. It's getting a bit frustrating not getting it in all this time. Yeah, so they can go rather long like that. But this one's probably, this Dudunsparce is probably going to be easier than Maushold, which I'm also going to need to do at some point. So I've been hoping for an outbreak event or something like that for Tandem Mouse to try and help me get that. But ooh, oh, got another one straight after. That's pretty lucky. So I haven't actually done that much wormhole. Actually, I haven't done any wormhole shiny hunting from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So I done a lot of legendary hunting in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which I think cleared out the vast majority of them. And I think there are a few that I could do with going back for, which I'll do eventually, but I'm sort of stuck doing the Pikachu hunt at the moment. So I don't want to leave that. I keep second guessing myself with these blooming dealing. Yeah, so we'll probably go back to do some resetting for legendaries again at some point. Thanks for the pie. So the problem is resetting. I don't think really makes for that good a stream. So it's even this is I'm sort of finding sort of borderline streamliners, just running around in circles. So not the best. Shiny hunt when I've done hunts for a variety of Pokemon, that's been a bit more interesting. But just going for one Pokemon continuously, not the best. Yeah, I only ever do it on one game at a time, so I just sort of do it while doing other stuff. So just sort of keep one eye on it and just sort of autopilot the motion to reset, and then quickly have a look to see if it's shiny, and then reset again. So sort of hammer the A button until it goes through, and nope, reset, go again. Yeah, I tend to take my time quite a lot, so. So I've reset for quite a lot of Pokemon. So I think the first shiny hunt I ever done properly was a reset one. It was Rotom in Platinum, I think it was. Just a random one. I was just curious about shiny hunting, and oh, this can be shiny hunted. I'll try resetting for it. So just to see how easy it was, and I think it took me like a week of just casually resetting for it, and I got it. And that sort of kicked me off shiny hunting after that. So I then started Masuda hunting, so yeah. So I am a fairly patient person, so but I do other things at the same time as resetting, so actually not sure if I think I only have the one 3DS, so I don't think I really have that option. I think I had DS, DSi, and then a new 3DS I jumped straight to. Yeah, I've never really had the option to do multiple console hunts, but yeah, I tend to do them while doing other things. So just watching TV or sorting things on the computer, just fairly mundane things. Yeah, so I don't spend money when I don't need to. So that's an annoying amount of dealing, but I'm not shiny. At least if there was, I didn't notice it. But get in that range. So my shiny rate has definitely slowed down from the start of the stream. Because that was a bit of a bonkers start I had. Ugh. I really struggle to pick a favourite. There's a shiny. Yeah. But I like different Pokemon games for different reasons. So just picking one would probably be quite hard. So I'd probably be tempted to say Legends Arceus at the moment anyhow, because of the nature of shiny hunting on it. Because of the randomness of it and the shiny jingle you get. It's always that sort of little bit of an excitement when you get the tone. Yeah. Oh, that's my 5th one for this stream. And I think I'm nearing the end of this current sandwich. 5 minutes left. Can I get another one? But yeah, so Scarlet and Violet is definitely up there. So the newer games always stand out just because they're sort of upgrades on what we've had before. But sort of nostalgia-wise, the problem is a lot of the old games seem outdated now. So I started on Blue. I got Pokemon Blue around my 9th birthday, and that got me kicked off on Pokemon. So sort of nostalgia-wise, I'd kind of be tempted to say that, but it does seem a bit outdated now. Yeah, so if I might be tempted to say like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire or X and Y. So that generation I liked. I done a fair amount of shiny hunting then. I think that's where most of my shiny collection came from. I think I'd done a lot of shiny hunting during that generation. And that generation probably stands out to me because of it. But say Sun and Moon, I just didn't engage with as much. Just like so Sun and Moon, I didn't really engage with as much as the previous games. It might have been because I was at uni at the time, so I was busy a lot, so I didn't really get a chance to play as much. Maybe, but Sword and Shield was okay, but I definitely prefer Scarlet and Violet over Sword and Shield. The Let's Go games were, I think, good for beginners, and they're not bad for shiny hunting, but they are a bit oversimplified at times, which would make them good for beginners. So that's a bit of the nostalgia stuff coming through on those sort of updates of the old games. Yeah, probably Legends Arceus, I'd say. Favourite shiny Pokemon? Probably Rayquaza. So, Dragon, black, just cool looking. It's just, yeah. It just looks very cool. So I tend to wear a lot of sort of dark colours and stuff myself, so I like the dark shinies. So I have a desk mat that I haven't actually started using with the I've only got a small space on my desk that I've got a desk mat on at the moment. I've got a full-size desk mat to use at some point, which has shiny Rayquaza on it. I think it's probably Mega Rayquaza. I've got a play mat for trading cards with a shiny Rayquaza on it, and a plush of shiny Mega Rayquaza. So yeah, it's probably my favourite. Probably a fairly easy one to go for. Probably a bit of an obvious one, but I've always liked the dragons. So obvious, yes, but it's appropriate for me. Try and spam out as many of these spawns as I can before the sandwich ends. I do have a knack for getting shinies at the very end of sandwiches. While doing my best not to run into any of them. Which I'm amazed that I have not done going at this speed. Sandwich on. No, one went left. Still good. So what about you? What's your favourite Pokemon games and shiny Pokemon? Yeah, I've had a few bad sandwiches. So I know that feeling. So boosting it with the outbreak here is quite handy for that. So I don't think I've had a single sandwich fail since I've been doing this outbreak method. Is that sandwich doing that? No. 2 seconds left. Yeah. Shiny Mew. That's a fair one. The blue Mew. Yeah, that's definitely a good one to go for. So it's good that they started giving away the mythical shiny. Anyway, I think that's that sandwich done. No. Oh, you actually got it in Emerald. Yeah. I don't think I ever got the ticket for that. I'm trying to remember. That was the one. Is that the one you got to the island for? I'm trying to think of where the shiny Mew in Emerald came from. Was it you got a ticket and then you went to its island and then could encounter it? Yeah. So I don't think that event ever came over here, so I never actually got the chance to do that. So that was before online events became a common thing. Right, let's see what this one is. Will I actually get the 3 segment? Not on that one. Fair enough. Yeah, I try and avoid that sort of thing where I can. Well, I'll take where I can at all. Okay. I can easily relearn the other moves if I need them. Yeah. And not a 3 segment. Well, the hunt goes on. Yeah. Okay, save. Okay. Apparently getting off the ride Pokemon drops me out of the menu. Yeah, I'll get there soon. Crack another sandwich on. Simple. Nice and basic. Simple sandwich. Okay, hope you get good luck with your shiny hunts as well. So, see you around. So yeah. And some sandwich. Start my timer. And we're off again. How fast can I actually go without hitting these? How close do I need to get to them? Is the question. Am I despawning them faster than they're spawning? Is that what the problem is? It is, and that's pretty good. I almost didn't see that swapping. This method actually works pretty well. It's just a bit of a blur right now. May make my eyes go funny. I might not be able to keep doing this for long at this speed. Swap direction. Anyway. What other talking points do I have? I was going to say that. I do have a bit of a funny story from this week. Back when the Pokemon Celebrations TCG set was out, I bought a tin in my local game shop. I think it could take like 2 packs of a few cards each, because it was a bit of an odd set. But when I opened it, every card in the packs had this weird sort of flaky foiling effect across it. Well, it wasn't really an effect, it just looked like flakes of foil had been sort of blown across the cards while they were being printed. And it looked a bit of a mess. And the guys in my local game shop instantly said, "Oh, that's a misprint. You should... oh, that's a defect or something along those lines. You should contact customer support and you can probably get replacements." So I thought, okay, great, sounds good. So contacted the support and they said to send it off to their UK office and then it would get sent on to their American office in order to be processed. So that's what I did. I sent it to their UK office. Got done it by a recorded delivery, so I could sort of prove the postage and everything. So because they said they'd reimburse me for postage with product, which sure, why not? Basically, make it free. So I did that. I got the proof of postage and recorded postage and everything, and sort of sent them the receipt for it with all the receipt for the tin I bought as well. So I packaged everything up, sent it off. A week later I checked the tracking on it and it said it had been delivered. But hadn't heard back from them, but obviously if they were sending it on to the States, I'd need to wait for them to actually send it on. So I wasn't expecting to get a very quick response at that point. So I just left it and forgot about it for a few months. So a few months later, I hadn't heard anything back, so I contacted them. And they said that the UK office, or I believe it was the UK office, they didn't actually specify which office, they just said the office had been temporarily closed and they would get back to me when it reopens. And I thought, okay, must just be a sort of temporary thing, maybe they're sort of relocating the office and in the middle of the move or something like that, and a sort of busy sorting that. So I thought, fine, they'll get back to me once they're set up in or whatever. So I sort of left it, forgot about it again. This time for even longer. It was 9 months so it was now a full year since I first contacted them. Still hadn't heard anything. So I contacted them again, and they basically said the same thing, that the office was closed, and they'll let me know when it reopens. At which point I was getting a bit dubious, and that's Johnny. Whoop. I was pretty much giving up hope on that at that point, and I was like, oh well. So cards are gone. Not getting anything back for the postage or anything, so whatever. It's done. Can't do anything about it now. Just left it at that. This week, so 3.5 years after I contacted them about this, I got an email back saying asking me to confirm my address and everything, so that they could send me my products. Or send me my replacement, they said. And which, after 3.5 years, they were finally processing it, which was crazy to me. So they've taken this long, but we're finally getting around to it. I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. What am I going to get? Because obviously couldn't. I doubted they'd have any of the old packs left, so they'd most likely have to replace it with newer packs, which would be fine. So as long as it's sort of equal value, which was what I believed was their refund policy. I thought they would, as it was the entire sealed product that was defective, I just assumed they'd replace the entire sealed product, because that's what they asked me to send them. They wanted the entire thing sent to them. But, yeah, so I sent them confirmed my address and everything with them, and I was like, okay, so that should be on its way soon. So sounds good. That'll be something interesting to come. And then 2 days later, I got another email saying, unfortunately, we have been they said we'll be returning your product to you. And which I was kind of baffled by, because they'd just send it back. They are just sending back the defective items. And they said because they didn't have any more of the product left, because it was a popular item. I was like, it's 3.5 years old. I'm not surprised they don't have any left, to be fair. So I'm like, a bit disappointed that I'm not actually getting them replaced. Still getting them back, and as I've started selling Magic cards, I'm a bit more familiar with the whole value of cards, and I know that defects can be actually more valuable than the original cards themselves, so I might be able to sell them for a decent amount of money. But it's just annoying that they've taken 3.5 years just to send them back to me, essentially. They did say they'd be including a pack to make up for or a pack of cards in order to make up for the postage. But so that might be something, but 3.5 years just to send the item back to me. A bit annoying that they've taken this long to do it. But whatever. So they've actually given me a tracking number for the return shipment, and that should be arriving on Thursday. So I'll just have to see what I get when it arrives. So I was under the impression that they would any replacements would be done on a like-for-like basis. So if they couldn't replace with the exact item, they'd replace it with something similar of equal value, which I'm pretty sure was what the website said at the time. I haven't actually been able to check, but they appear to have updated their website since 3.5 years ago. So it's a little bit annoying. So I would have liked to get something new rather than the same cards back, but I'll have to just wait and see what I get. So But so I'd basically given up on it at this point, so basically getting anything back's still an improvement on where I was at. So 3.5 years just to say we're sending them back to you, that's not good. So if they're sending back defective product, it's like, is that good practice? So I would have thought they'd have wanted to get any defective product out of circulation, and yet they're just sending it back to me. Because I was saying at my game shop when I told them about this the other day that even with the coast, they'll replace like-for-like cards. So if you get a defect, they will replace it with an identical one because they want the defect out of circulation. Which is rather hit and miss, but oops. So some people just won't bother getting the replacements. They just say defects quite often hold a bit more value than the normal cards. I had a magic card with a holographic stamp that was misplaced. It was in the wrong place on the card, and I sold that for like 15 quid when the actual card itself is only worth like 1/10 of that. And so if Pokemon cards sort of follow similar sort of thing, even these, I could just sell them as a bulk of however many cards it was, defective cards. There might be someone interested in them and might actually get more money for them than I would individually for the cards. But I haven't actually looked into that yet, but I might do. I might just not bother. It was a bit of a faff when I sold that one card, and although I technically sold it for like 15 quid, all the fees that, because I'd done it through eBay, all the fees they piled on top of it ended up cutting into my profits a bit, so it was a bit annoying that I didn't make more from it. So, considering what they actually paid. Oh, no shiny. This spot is definitely nuts for shinies. What is this, 6 now? And I've still got like an hour of stream left. I might just make it up to... I just got paralysed. I might actually make it up to 10 Dudunsparces today. So at this rate, I've got a fairly good chance of getting a 3 segment today. I'm definitely glad I reset these outbreaks. But anyway, yeah, so this replacement, so that should be turning up on Thursday, so I'll be able to give an update to that on next Monday stream. So if I get a pack, I might actually open it during stream, just to see what happens. So depending on the set, it might be a good one to use as a shiny hunt. So if I end up catching Dunsparce, or Dudunsparce, 3 segment, if I end up getting the 3 segment either today or next week, I might use that pack as a shiny hunt decider, just as a fun extra stream, just as a bit of a break between the awkward shiny hunts. So is it this week the new set is out? The next set is Friday? Whichever one it is. It's either this week or next week. There's another Pokemon set out, and I usually pick up a few packs just for the fun of it, so I'll probably do that, and may just save the packs for a shiny hunt. I've seen people do that before, and it looks like a bit of fun. Crack a pack, find a shiny from it. So it makes it a bit more interesting. So I'll have to wait and see what happens with that. So I'll probably get some packs and just sort of leave them to one side until I decide. With the Switch 2 news coming next week, I think it is, I'll have a better idea of what I'm doing shiny hunt wise long term. So I'll make any further decisions then. So I am running out of shiny hunts a bit, so not too sure how much longer I'll actually keep streaming them. But if the Switch 2 is coming out sooner rather than later, which I'm hoping it is, then I may just switch over to playing some new games on that. Because I will be getting one, probably at launch, and I'll probably be getting some of the launch games. So Mario Kart will definitely be on the list. So I might start doing just Mario Kart online or something like that. So I'll probably just play through the main sort of campaign mode first. So I don't really know many other streamers personally, but any that would be interested in playing online together, I would be up for doing so. It would be fun if we could get a group of people together to race on a regular basis. So I race with some of my friends when we get together, but not all of them have Switches. That's another shiny. This is just going nuts. We don't exactly get together very often. Most of them don't have Switches to play online, so it would be fun to get a group of people that could play. Still paralysed. We could play together regularly, which would be good. My luck on these shiny hunts is going bonkers today. Still got a good 10 minutes or so left on the sandwich. How much is it from this one now? 2 or 3? Is that my 6th or 7th shiny today? That is 3, so that's my 8th shiny for today. That's my 8th shiny for today. This is going so well. I was not sure if this spot would actually pay off, because I'd had such bad luck with the spots before this. So I think this valley spot has actually been a real benefit for confining the spawns. Trying to say the word correctly. This is just going. I should just crack a little save just to make sure I'm a little bit paranoid. It's going too well. Something's got to go wrong. Is what my head's saying. A little bit paranoid. Ignoring the dealing. Don't look at the dealing. Even if they might be shiny, don't look at them, because I'll spend too long looking at them trying to work out if they're shiny, because of the stupid pink colouring. Anyway. Yeah, so cracking on with the shiny list. So 102 I'm currently at remaining. So it would be great if I got it down to 100 today. But would be a little bit of a long shot. Unless I get really lucky with breeding tonight. I might even make it down to 99. So that'd be really good. But I'll do that while sorting the upload to YouTube. So I don't do anything special in my uploads, just I put a bit of description on just to sort of summarise what I done in the stream. I'll talk about my plans for sort of future streams. Basically just a bit of what I do during the stream itself. Just a brief summary. So I just sort of type that in, give it a title, edit a thumbnail, and just export it to YouTube. Well, on YouTube I do trim it slightly because I have I give it a little bit of a lead in before I actually start talking on stream. Which, my older VODs, you'll see that it starts and then goes on for, I think it's like 20 seconds before I actually say anything. That's because I'm waiting to get a confirmation that the stream is live, which takes about 20 seconds to come through. Once I know it's live, I then start talking. It's just how I saw the bloody pink dealing beside it again and got my hopes up. But yeah, I'm not one to do a huge amount of editing on my videos. So my current viewer count, I don't really see the point of it. Once I'm done with this hunt, I might do a sort of highlight video of it. So I condense however many streams it takes into a single video, just sort of possibly sort of doing brief clips of each sort of encounter. And, possibly giving a commentary, just saying what I done as I progressed through. So sort of a recap of each day. Well, each stream. I've been referring to them as days, but each stream is its own day, so same difference. Not a full day of shiny hunting, it's just how much I spent shiny hunting on that specific day. Yeah, so while I'm uploading that, I'll probably do a bit more breeding. Ideally, I'll get it started before I go out to play Pokemon Go. So I always go out in the evenings, just as an old habit I got into while I was working. Finish work and go out to play Pokemon Go before heading home. So evening walks has just become a normal pace for me. So even during lockdown I kept doing that, so a bit of exercise. And going out at night, there wasn't anyone else around, so I didn't have any issue with distancing. I did get approached by the police at one point. Apparently someone had seen me walking around in the evening and thought I looked suspicious. When I actually went past there almost every day and had been doing that for quite a while before that someone called the police on me, which was really odd. And they just sort of asked me what I was doing. I just said, out for a walk, playing a game. You lived in here? Yeah. Just around the corner. Asked me for my address. I obviously checked my details to confirm that that was where I lived. So obviously whoever sort of called them on me said that they didn't recognise me. So, the fact that I was local, and so they could see I had my phone in my hand. So I think I was doing a battle or something at the time when they approached me. I was just sort of tapping to finish it off as they came up to me. Can't remember. I think I was fighting a Team Rocket or something like that. I was just finishing that off as they approached me. They could see me tapping on my phone sort of continuously doing the battle. But yeah, so even during lockdown I kept up that habit. So I continued it and got back into the office again. So it's just a habit of mine now. If I need to, I will go out during the day instead, if I have plans during the evening. So if I'm sort of playing online with friends in an evening, I'll go out during the day. Or if there's an event on during the day, I'll just do that and not bother going out in the evening, so I get everything done during that. But it varies. But yeah, I'll probably be doing that tonight. So I'll be back playing Xenoblade Chronicles on Wednesday. Haven't really had many viewers for that yet, but Xenoblade Chronicles X is now out, so maybe it might pick up. But I don't really know how popular Xenoblade Chronicles X actually is. So Xenoblade is a bit of a funny series. It's a great series, but it doesn't seem to get... Go away. Doesn't seem to get the sort of popularity I think it deserves. But I'll be back on that again Wednesday. So continuing with the storyline on that. So it is a bit sort of slow getting started still, but got more into the proper story last week. So hopefully have a bit more interesting stuff going forward. So still sort of a lot of sort of world building and sort of learning what the actual story is. So sort of thrown into a bit of a mess and try and figure out what's going on. So we'll probably just be doing that to start with. So side quests I'll probably leave to off stream. 1 minute left. Well, I didn't actually have many side quests this past week because of how the story ended up. Also, I realised it's going to be a bit tricky distinguishing what is actually a side quest and what is a sort of mandatory quest along the way. Because they don't seem to differentiate between them too well. They've got the main story quest, and then everything else is a side quest. So if you have to do something as you're doing the story in order to progress, it may still be counted as a side quest even if it's mandatory. So I was in the middle of one of those sorts of quests. I think one of those sorts of quests when I finished last week. So I'll probably just have to call it by ear, or whatever the phrase is. Play it by ear, that's the one. As I'm... There's the time again. As I'm progressing through it, so... That looks like that done. Let's despawn these dealing. Try and let the Dudunsparce respawn just in case another shiny pops up. Because that has happened before. Doesn't look like it. Right. Oh, that's just double check. Yeah. Right, that's another sandwich done, so time to do some evolutions. It's another 3. I'm doing really well on the shinies today. Oh, 2 females. Right. See if any of these are shiny. Oh, no, too many. Not drill run, not yawn, but I will get hyper drill. Just quickly check Discord because I was getting messages when I was starting stream. Excuse me. Got some. Someone on Discord messaging me that looking very suspicious questions I've been asking. Just straight away said I was a streamer, then claimed to not know what my stream channel was. And just all their questions just didn't add up. Oh, I didn't want to do that one. Hyperdrive did. Just every question has been about my streaming, and just they haven't actually said where they actually added me from or anything. The only place I have my Discord listed is on Twitch, and yet they claim to have not seen my Twitch channel, which is suspicious. Nope. They just keep asking about streaming, and every time I've had questions like these before, it's just been from someone who's ended up trying to sell me on some dodgy service that I've not been interested in. They've been very insistent that I need it, but I don't. But they don't seem to want to give up, but they just seem to keep digging themselves into a bigger hole. They claim to have seen that I was a streamer in my profile, but my profile lists my Twitch channel, and they claim to have never seen my Twitch channel, or not know what my Twitch channel was. So how did they even add me? It's stupid. Anyway. Still no 3 seconds. So this is 48 on stream, plus probably about 10 I think I've done of ones I've caught before now. Well, technically a few of those weren't actually, a couple of those weren't actually caught as Dudunsparce, they couldn't have been Dudunsparce, so not too sure if they'd actually count. I should be about the 50% mark right now, so. Yeah. It does back you out of the menu. It gives you the option to get on and off Miraidon in the menu, but then it drops you out of the menu when you do it. Which kind of annoying. Anyway. Crack another sandwich. Can I use sweet on this? I can use sweet on this. I've got plenty of sweet. Just so I don't use up all of one type. But yeah, so this person who's been messaging me on Discord a very odd name as well. There's basically two first names, one of which I'm pretty sure isn't spelt correctly. I think it's a non-native English speaker who's attempted to type a name that they think is correct, but they've misspelled it because they don't know how the name is supposed to be spelt, trying to sound English when they're not. That sounds funny in the background. But basically two first names put together to make it sound like someone's actual name when it's not. And then just the number 1 after it. And I've been contacted with people with very similar usernames before now. Every single one of them has tried to sell me on something like Viewbots or stream coaching, which I'm not interested in. I don't want that. And yet, oh, but you need it. No, I don't. Yes, you do. No, I don't. But you'll get more viewers. I don't care about viewers. And they just keep going. And it's really dumb how much they push, and it's just like, just give up. I end up just blocking them every time. But this guy, this latest guy, he's beating around the bush, obviously because I'm suspicious of him. Oops. So, first, address me as a streamer. Like, hello, wonderful streamer, or something like that. Well, I assume it's a he, because based on the name they've given, but it doesn't mean they've actually used the correct gender name for their profile. But, yeah, hello, wonderful streamer, and then they start asking about my stream. It's like, how, if have you actually simmed my stream to be sort of calling me a wonderful streamer? So it's like, why would you even just start asking me these questions if you've never even simmed my stream? If you want to know about my streams, watch my streams, and they're on Twitch. And then you ask me what my Twitch channel was. So I'm paraphrasing some of this, just to... I didn't sort of spell it out as much, but I was just sort of leading sort of simple questions. How did you know I was a streamer? Oh, it said it in your profile. My profile does not actually say I'm a streamer, it just has a link to my Twitch channel. And yet he had just asked me what my Twitch channel was. It's like, does that add up? And as soon as they actually look at my Twitch channel, the only thing they comment, or the only thing they actually pick up from it, is the number of followers I have. They don't look at anything I've put on there about myself, my interests, my streams, or anything. They just asked about my number of followers. And it's like, that is odd. And he asked when I was streaming next. And so he asked about my number of followers and then quickly changed the subject to, like, what are your favourite games and when are you going to stream next? And it's like, oh, it was something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what it was. Oh, it was just when will you next stream? I think he'd already asked about what I stream and what my favourite games are, which I say I've got that on my profile. I'm pretty sure it says it in there on Twitch, and anyone who actually looks at my Twitch will see what I play and will probably be able to guess what my favourite games are just based on that. And yet he didn't even appear to have looked at that, he just looked at the number of followers I had. It's like, does that sound like someone who actually legitimately wants to get to know you, or are they just there to sort of sell you something for your channel? Yeah, probably safe bet which one that is. But I stopped replying to him. And like 3 o'clock in the morning last night, I got another message from just at Dragon11 question mark question mark question mark at Dragon11. So, firstly, why did he at me when it was a direct message? That's just obnoxious. And it's like he genuinely expected me to answer after all these stupid questions. So I just replied, with all due respect, you added me out of nowhere and started asking me a series of somewhat odd questions. So you haven't given me any reason to continue answering them. He now replied, and he's tried to explain the one question I asked about him, and he's not even realised where he's screwed up half the other things he said. So I'll probably reply to him later. So but it's just absolutely dumb. So if they've got me on some sort of list or something, if they've just got my profile name, they just keep adding it in, they don't realise where they've got it from. Then I've sort of proved to them enough times that I'm not going to fall for this bullshit. Maybe they'll remove me from that list. Because I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to sign up for one of these bullshit spam service things that is probably just a rip-off and probably somewhat illegal if it's a view bot or something like that, because they are not allowed on Twitch. And I did actually see at one point there's a group of people that just do a raid train where they just leave their streams idle and just let they just raid into like the next person on the list continuously. And it's like, well, that's just not really viewers, that's just sort of bulking up numbers, and it's like, that's not even a worthwhile audience if they're just probably got the tab muted, just running in the background, just bouncing from one channel to the next. It's like, that's not actually earning you anything properly. I mean, it probably counts on Twitch's side, but are you actually achieving anything yourself? No. But why would you want it? There's always something that I'm sort of picky about. If I'm going to achieve something, I want to do it myself. I want to go through the process of actually earning it, not just be handed it through some sort of cheat. End up clashing with a tutor at uni as a result of that, because he was not a very good tutor. I think he was a bit of a disgrace to the profession, but he was basically just trying to hand people passes for projects that weren't really theirs, and he ended up getting caught for plagiarism from other people. He plagiarised his whole brief from another tutor at another uni, which I'd accidentally stumbled upon in the very first day because I realised he didn't understand what he was talking about. No one else queried it, I queried it, and sort of stuck a target on my back in the process without realising it. It was only at the end of the year that we discovered that it was actually another tutor's brief. Apparently someone in one of the other groups was friends with someone at that uni, and they'd come to visit them. They'd seen our end of year exhibition where our brief had been stuck on the wall. They said, wait, this is our brief from last year. And yeah, he got a bit exposed for that. He was just a very unpleasant person. He had to be right about everything. you couldn't do things your way. It's not your project, it's his, basically. You're not really learning anything when you're actually listening to him, you're just following orders, which doesn't achieve anything. You're not doing it yourself, you're not learning anything. So he was rude, lying, cheating, he was just not a good tutor. He got given a warning at the end of that year. I transferred to a different tutor the following year. And at the end of the following year he got given the sack. So, deserved. Unfortunately I think they did bring him back as a guest critic for certain things. I think they didn't trust him actually teaching anymore. And to be honest, he probably needed the work, because I don't see why anyone would have actually employed him to do the job anyhow. From what I could tell of what he showed us, most of his architecture that he designed was more like installation art projects, not actual architecture. And the actual architecture he showed us that he claimed was his, as he talked about it, he made clear that he wasn't actually the one doing the design work on it. He was part of the team, but he didn't actually do any of the work on it, or he'd done very little of the work on it. Apparently he'd been fired from large practices beforehand from not doing the job properly, and ended up starting his own practice, which ended up just doing installation stuff. Or he got other people in the practice to do the actual architecture. Yeah, I'd refuse to work for anyone who's like that. As much as I need a job, that's not a good job to get. Fortunately, none of the sort of practices around here seem to be shiny. Seem to be like that, so oops, just need to hope one of them gets a vacancy at some point. So things are still rather slow. People have said, why don't I just get a job in something else, like admin or something? It's like, I wouldn't even know what to do for an admin job. I've never worked in admin a day in my life. I do design work. I'm suited to a job behind a desk, because allergies and all sorts. And also not the best at communication skills, so I'm pretty sure I'm autistic. Might be worth getting that tested at some point, but never really seen an immediate need for it. I am curious though, I keep seeing more and more things. I see people saying, I used to do this when I was younger, turns out it was autism. And I'm like, I've always done that. I'm suspecting I have autism. It's like, do I have autism? Or on the autistic spectrum. It's like, it's looking more and more likely every time something like that comes up. And it's... yeah, should I get tested? I always found it funny, The Big Bang Theory had the Sheldon line, I'm not insane, my mother had me tested. And then it turns out his mother did have him tested, and the doctor who'd done the test, while he said he wasn't insane, he suggested that she take him to an expert or a specialist in Houston. And Houston, I'm not sure if it was actually at the time when the series was set, but Houston has a centre for neurodivergence, such as autism. And I think she even gets handed a flyer with a picture of that centre, that facility, as the alleged centre for for neurodivergence. I think the flyer does actually say autism, but I think it's modern day as a centre for neurodivergence. So they changed it for the period, or something like that. Because at the time, they wouldn't have referred to it as neurodivergence, they would have just referred to it as autism. But it's sort of subtly hinted that Sheldon's actually autistic, or on the spectrum. While he's not insane, he does appear to be on the autistic spectrum. So that's the sort of underlying sort of hidden joke, but behind the joke. So that I quite often relate to some of the things Sheldon done, and when that sort of came out, that turns out he was actually written to be on the autistic spectrum, I started to question it. Anyway, so I don't know if that actually. So I've worked before now. I was working for almost 10 years, so couldn't have hindered me too much. But I do sometimes wonder if it is a bit of an obstacle for me, that I may benefit from getting diagnosed if it could help me in the long run, which I have no idea. Would getting diagnosed actually help me? Would it not change anything? Don't really know. Maybe it would help just sort of saying, "Oh, I'm autistic." That explains why I am why I am, and maybe people will be a bit more accepting of my quirks that way. But so I'm 35 years old, and so it's gone undiagnosed for this long. So I mean, I've suspected it for probably getting on towards 20 years now. Will this be grey theory on? Pretty sure it was when I was at uni the first time, so it's or late teens. But yeah, sort of jobs where I'd be in a very social situation, I doubt I'll be very good at. So I'm doing, part of the reason why I'm streaming is to sort of get better at that sort of thing, but even then it's sort of through a screen, so. And sort of different subjects, I guess, sort of different interactions with people. Say, here I'm just talking, basically to myself most of the time, so I haven't actually looked at what my view count is right now. Yeah, so I'm basically talking to myself right now. So, which is fine. It's this becomes more of an outlet for me to get my thoughts out, sort of decompress, I guess. Which is kind of a relief for me. So, with all the pressure of looking for work and not finding work, and just everything sort of building up, I need something to just get my thoughts out, because I don't really have anyone else that I can feel comfortable getting that sort of thing out with. Even my parents just tend to not listen to me half the time. Stupid thing is, they sort of sort of half acknowledge that I most likely have autism or some degree of autism, and yet they then dismiss the implications of that. Oh yeah, just get a job in this. It's like, well, that's not going to be suitable for me if I sort of can't talk to people well. Oh, you'll be fine. It's like, will I? Well, you're fine with us. Yeah, because that's you. And they sort of see half the picture and don't sort of process the implications of it. Anyway, that's just me. Sort of get my thoughts out a bit more. So I think that's probably what these Monday streams basically are. The Wednesday streams at the moment are just having a bit of fun playing the game that I want to play. And I have about half an hour before dinner. It's going to be a bit tight. So I'm probably going to be late down, which is tough. So, or do I just go? No, I might just go down early. Yeah, I might call this stream early. Have I actually got any from this sandwich? One. I've got one from the sandwich. I could do getting another shiny to make it up to... there's that dealing that was annoying me. I was about to battle it and just... Right, try and get the speed on. Try and get these cleared out before I have to finish. I've already got a decent number of shinies from the stream, so if I can get up to 10, that'll be good. I think I'm at 9 now, so absolutely smashing it. So this outbreak method definitely does do the trick. That was a bit annoying how long it took me to find a good spot for it today, which is the downside. But if it helps with the shiny hunt. So I probably spent like an hour or so just trying to get the outbreak to pop up in a good place. I was doing other things at the same time, so I wasn't just doing that. I was like sorting my storage on Pokemon Go from yesterday and things like that. But anyway. If I keep the speed up, I seem to be clearing them out fairly well. Good if I could actually finish on the 3-second today, but doesn't look like it at this point. So I'll be back again next week to continue this hunt. So hopefully get a good spot a bit quicker next time. I am just going around too fast now, aren't I? I'm getting dealing spawn. Right. Hug this cliff. Try and let the spawns come back in. And of course the dealings respawn. And go. Oops, my camera got out of sync a bit there. That was my bad. went a bit too fast. Yeah, so I've already covered everything I was going to sort of be talking about. So I've got the Fuzzy Buddy Pokemon Go event on Saturday, so I'll be doing that. My store does have its store championship for the latest Magic set on Saturday as well, which I will probably not be playing in. That's a bit expensive for me, so it's like 3 or 4 times the price for one of the normal events. And it usually pulls in a whole load of players from out of town, just which they are very competitive players typically. So not the most enjoyable for me, who just plays for fun. It's bad enough that half of the players at my store have gone like top tier competitive decks already. And it's just not as fun when people just do that constantly. I like little FNMs because you usually get more variety. Usually people playing around with decks more. But then you always get people that just net deck and just, oh yeah, I'm playing like the top tier deck that I'm going to win every time. So yeah, probably are, because you're playing a top tier deck. I mean, you can answer them, you can sort of catch them off guard with some of the odd decks, but if it's just a deck you just have a general disadvantage against and you're generally weaker deck in overall, you don't really have a chance, and it's just tedious, just doing the same thing over and over again, just not getting anywhere. It doesn't make for a fun event when they're just playing the same decks that everyone else in the world is playing. So a couple of us do sort of brew decks, we like come up with quirky ideas. So one of the others is a bit more flexible with money, let's say. So he'll just like build whatever quirky deck he comes up with for that week. And they're fun, they're the fun decks to play against. So in my current financial situation, I'm not wanting to spend too much money on a deck, so my little brew that ended up being not too bad competitive-wise, but is sort of hitting its limit at the moment, as it's not gotten much new additions in a while. So there's supposed to be a banning coming up. Might actually be this week. That could be interesting for Friday if it comes before then. If some of the cards get banned right before the event, might have some people turn up without decks. If some of the worst decks do actually get banned, I might just go along just to see what I can do with my deck in comparison. See if my deck still actually holds up against them without some of the worst cards in it. I'd probably rather do the Fuzzy Buddies research thing, because I think I could do with more shinies of a couple of those. I think you get to choose one of the cards, because it's like 4 different bear-like Pokemon that are featured. 2 minutes left on the sandwich. Would like one more shiny. It's like Cubchoo, Teddiursa, is it Pancham and something else I can't remember. Oops. Is it Stuffle? It might be Stuffle. It might just all be bears. But I've got Teddiursa, I've got Stuffle. I think both of them have had events focused on them with boosted shiny rates. I think did Stuffle actually have a community day? I can't remember. I think it's the other two. Cubchoo I just never seem to get shiny, so getting an event where it's got boosted shiny chance would be great. Pancham has never been that easy to get shiny in Pokemon Go, I don't think. So, might have been one that was locked behind Team Rocket stuff for a while, which I hate every time they do that. But they remove it from Team Rocket exclusives after a while, so it's not too bad when they do that. Is annoying. Yeah, I'll probably rather do that than do the magic event. But it would be interesting to see what happens. I think it's like Wednesday or Thursday that's due to have the banning. Or there's supposed to be a banning announcement, which we're hoping hits standard. We're hoping it hits modern as well. Both formats are not in great places right now. Modern will almost certainly get hit by something, because they've made mistakes again. Mainly by just not banning stuff when they should have banned it before. But it's now become even more of a problem, so need to deal with that. And ideally preemptively ban the next bad thing before it becomes a problem, so that normal decks can actually have a chance for a change, rather than the busted, annoying, broken decks constantly being played. Our modern numbers have been plummeting really badly lately, and with the RCQ season switching over to modern, that could be a problem, and I think my sandwich has ended, which it has. But I have another 10 minutes or so, so I might just try and hunt from the outbreak. But first things first, I do have one shiny to evolve. If this is shiny, this will be great. The last one I get on stream. Don't need Drill don't need Yawn. Do need Hyper Drill. Yeah, so I think the following week I've got the... Actually, it might be Monday that we're due the banned and restricted. Thinking about it. It's raining as well. Will the rain bring me luck? No, it did not. Well, see if I can get one more from the stream, just to make it up to 10. Although 9 does make for a better thumbnail. Or a neater thumbnail. Oh, it's still in my pipe. Don't want to try catching without my false swiper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 today. Pretty good. Shiny rate for a stream. So the handy thing about doing the outbreak is that the spawns still continue even though the shiny rate is still dropped. So the fact the spawns continue is handy. So I could still get a shiny in the next 10 minutes or so. So I'm just going to do this until I end stream, just on the off chance, rather than crack another sandwich. This method works so well, I'm quite happy with it. So it's definitely sped up the process. Hello? Lag. Didn't like the rain, I don't think. Yeah, so... yeah, continuing this next Monday. assuming I don't get a shiny that's through a segment in the next 10 minutes. Xenoblade Chronicles again Wednesday. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, continuing that. Yeah, then I'm busy Friday with my Magic F&M. Friday Night Magic. Saturday I've got the Pokemon Go event on, and I'm unlikely to play in the Magic Store Championship. And Sunday's Mother's Day, so I think my mum tried to rope us into cooking a dinner. My dad instantly said, "Oh, just order Chinese," which she's fine with. So, because I don't think he wants to cook a meal. Every time it comes up, I have no problem with cooking a meal. I just need to know what. I didn't say that. I wasn't paying attention. I have no problem cooking a meal. I just need to know what we're cooking and how to cook it. So as long as I'm given instructions, I can follow them. But my dad does not like the idea of cooking a meal. He just order something in. But yeah, I'll be doing that on Sunday. I doubt I'll be doing anything with my friends. Might do in the evening. It's a possibility, but haven't heard from them. So I saw one of them the other day, and he's the one that usually replies the least because he doesn't pay attention to the messages. But I see him often enough that I can just organise stuff with him anyhow. Because he's the only one of them that's still around in Ipswich properly. But, the other two that I was expecting to hear back from and just didn't reply, still haven't heard back from. So do not know what's going on with them. So I may drop them a message tonight just to chase them up on it. Well, I won't really chase them up on it. Just sort of say, if you do want to do something, let me know. I'm free most Sundays. But I hope everything's going okay with them. So the lack of communication's a bit worrying. One of them does have a young child, so hopefully there's nothing wrong there. Or with any of the other family. So he might be that he's had to go away to visit a sick relative or something, and could explain why he's not replying, but I'd assume he'd still get the messages on his phone. So, hopefully nothing's wrong, and it's just that he's just not been paying attention to his messages. So in both cases. So one of them has, the other one has actually been online playing games, but he's just not been replying to me. It's been almost a month since our last gaming session, so usually they want to sort of play something each week, but it's like, oh, can we do something next week? Oh, can we do something? Hey, I've got another shiny. So, coincidental time. Right, so this is without sandwich. So this is number 10, caught without a sandwich. So so this is just a good method to use. So I'll probably be finishing in a few minutes. I might just evolve this one and leave it at that, so... I doubt I'll get another one. Well, I might do. I've got until about 25-2, so... I can try my luck. But I will evolve this quickly. Oh, no. Don't learn drill run, don't learn yawn, do learn hyper drill. That'll do. Right, so let's see what we got here. Will this be the fabled 3-segment? No, it is not. Still nothing. Well. I get quite a few females. What's the gender ratio of these? That's a thought. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many of these actually have markings on them? That one does. Smiley mark! Got us! Dudunsparce the beaming. And... oh, another one here. Dawn. That's a fairly common one. And back to them. It's quite interesting seeing some of the... there's the smiley one. There's some quite unusual marks sometimes doing this. Because the sandwich also gives the marking chance. Anyway. Let's see if I can push my luck and get up to 11 in the next 5 minutes. Very much a long shot, but you never know. Anyway, yeah, so that was gone over the weekend. That's a firing spawn spot. Oh, got myself turned around and went too far that way. Yeah, so just Mother's Day mainly on Sunday, then back streaming on Monday, back on this. So, unless I get really lucky at this, and I get one more shiny. If I do get one more shiny, that'll be a personal best of 11 shinies in a stream. But it's rather unlikely. Oh, I probably missed an 11th shiny with all the dealing. So odds are I'm probably not going to get another shiny today, but no harm in trying. I've got a few minutes. Yeah, I'll be back on 5-minute warning. I'm just getting to 5 minutes. They keep nagging me that I'm actually keeping track of how long I've got already. So it's rather frustrating. Chances are I'll go down and have to wait another 15 minutes before they're actually ready. And they're just being annoying for no apparent reason. So as is quite often the case. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah, so next week I'll have an update on the returned defective Pokemon cards, which after 3.5 years they finally returned the defective ones that they were supposed to be replacing. So I'll be able to give I should be able to give an update on that by next week. So I might leave that pack to one side just as a... Depends on what the pack is. I'll see what the pack is. But I'll try and pick up a few packs of the new set when it comes out to possibly do a shiny hunt from it as a bit of a breather from these awkward hunts once I get the 3 segment. Just trying to speed run now to try and get as many resets in as I can. Oops. That was my bad. Doing things on my phone at the same time. So. I was just saw the purple and was like, what the heck is that? And oh right, yeah. We've got other Pokemon spawning again. The donks who despawned them. So spawns may have slowed down a bit. Whoop, camera's gone out. It's funny when you start dashing like that too much, the camera will get left behind. I quite often get that happen when I'm doing the hatching the eggs. So I go around in a circle and slowly the my character will ride off screen if the camera gets too far behind. I don't think I'll manage to get it all the way off screen, but it's gotten close a couple of times. When I was breeding certain Pokemon that took a while to hatch, that would quite frequently happen. It just slowly just further and further out of sync. The more you run, so... Oh. Seeing the camera going out of sync here. So it's supposed to stay centered, but it's going off to one side. I'll have to finish in a sec. So I'll be live again on Wednesday playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, continuing my playthrough of that after owning that for about 3 years and not playing it. Finally getting that done. I say it's stupid. I enjoy the games, but I just know I just want to spend so much time playing it that I can't fit it in with other things I'm doing, and I end up forgetting about it and leaving it too long. So streaming it is my motivation to actually crack on and play it. But yes, that's Wednesday, and I'll be back shiny hunting again on Monday. I may do a stream at the weekend, if so, possibly on Sunday, if I decide to do an extra one then. So if I do, it'll just be cracking booster packs and doing a shiny hunt from them probably, just as something a bit different. But I'll probably decide on the day, so I'm not sold on that yet. So I may save that until after I've caught the 3 segment shiny Dudunsparce and use it as a breather. But we'll find out. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so Xenoblade on Wednesday, shiny hunting on Monday, possible weekend stream, but probably unlikely. Probably about the same time for all these, so 3 till 5:30-ish, so it varies depending on the day. So I have to play it by ear because we work around my brother, so I don't really have much of a say in it. But doesn't look like I'm going to get another shiny from this outbreak right now. So I'm going to be signing off. So thanks for watching. Check me out on YouTube. I upload all my VODs there. Got my follow on Twitch. You can catch me live and hang out and chat during the stream. And so thanks for watching, and I will see you around. Assuming the shiny doesn't appear right now. No. Right, well, I'll see you around. Thanks for watching, and good night. Well, good evening. Good day. Good morning, whichever one you are. So yeah.